Hey, two consecutive episodes.
Hey, hey, when's the last time that
Yo,
happened?
there's energy. Back.
Two consecutive episodes, man. So we're back as we promised. We got some solid topics for you today. Let's get into these intros, man. I go by Jude, aka JK, aka the Praised, aka let me open up my notes because I ain't even opened this shit up.
Is that one of them? Is that one of them? Is that a new one?
Every week it's a new one, bro. Like,
Dog.
at one point,
Oh fuck, man! AKA the Praise, AKA J Swish, AKA I flick 'em up, flick it up, AKA Judah Laden, AKA the habitual.
Juden Laden. That's my favorite one, bro.
Which one?
Juden Laden, bro. Like,
Judah Laden, bro. AKA
that was,
Young KG, AKA the number one red on Ingram stand. He's balling out today. I just in the highlight. AKA Club Rona veteran, AKA top tier load manager, AKA Judicus, AKA I don't do the jewel, but I act a fool with a mouse tool, AKA from here, I just get it done here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's good, y'all? This is Ren, aka Diet Drake. You know me. You know me, Diet Drake. Hold on. What else do I got? What else do I got? AKA Mr. Beater Dooney's down. AKA Richmond. I get the Franklins. Yes, sir.
that money.
Yes, sir.
All right, what's good, y'all? It's Sekou, aka Firstborn, aka FIFA King, aka New Chris Bosch, aka Frozone. But guess what? It's Sekou, and you always know I stay cool.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
get ready for episode 27 of Six Sense Pod.
Mm-hmm.
Bro,
I got stories this week.
I beat our Doonies down? Was that?
Yes, sir.
I beat her doing these down.
Yeah, bro.
I never
Coochie
asked.
loud.
I was like, where did you get this? And I finally listened to the song last
Bro, did
night.
you not
And I
catch
was
that
like,
the last episode? Did you not
Never
catch
coochie
it?
loud.
no, I heard it last episode, but I was like, bro, what does that mean?
Coochie loud.
Bro,
I
it's
was
all
like,
over.
oh shit, that's the song. Oh my god.
Y'all got any stories, bro?
Shit, no. Let's see. I'm passing my classes. Session A is almost over. It's over this week, I believe. August 1st will be session B for me. I'm just glad that, I'm hitting my stride academically, man. This is really special. Hopefully it continues. What else? Just watching Lakers basketball. I'm just glad it's back. And hopefully get that championship, bro, to 17, man.
Yes, sir.
Right.
What's good?
Last couple weekends. Last weekend, I started watching this show called Money Heist.
Oh.
I got sucked in, and I'm starting to think like, hey, if we don't get in a stimulus check, we could always just run like another, like hit Wells Fargo or something. Like all of AK just run hit Wells Fargo or something like that.
Hey,
Like,
you snitching on us. Cut it out. Cut it out.
Wait, what second is that? What? Y'all never heard that. That's
Oh my god.
Edit that out. Edit that out. But yeah, I got like inspired, so I started looking up some like bank robberies, and I read about this one jewel heist. They stole $100 million worth of jewels in like over the course of 2 days in Belgium, and I'm thinking like it's probably way easier to rob a bank than you think, but like it's not worth the risk. It's just like because that show got me thinking. It's just
Oh my god.
I just got sucked in. I just got sucked in.
Oh man, hey, we gotta cut Jude's whole story out because he just snitching on himself. We can't let him use it in a case against him, bro. They're gonna do you like they did TK.
I gotta cut Seifu's story out, bro.
The
Oh.
race.
Man, my story. All I got is, I got a haircut, man. Finally. I had to step out and get one. I went like the day after they announced that like all barbers had to cut hair outside.
Huh?
Whoa.
So it was hot as hell, but at least I'm a little more protected with it being outside. you know, everybody was wearing masks. It seemed kind of clean. Like they were like cleaning everything up, being really clean about it. So I don't feel like my safety is being compromised right here. And I mean, if I get COVID from that, I probably, I don't know. I feel like I'm less likely to get COVID from a haircut right now than I am from getting COVID from like work. Because you know I come into contact with hundreds of people a day at work. But yeah, man, finally, it's nice to get a haircut. Finally, nice to get a little fade. Um, Besides that, there's a little funny interaction on Twitter. It's basically the only like I feel interaction I've had all week. Like I don't know, like I've just been out of it. I haven't really been doing my work, like talking to people that much. It's like when this happened, I was like, damn, okay, like I got a little debate going on. So I tweeted something about like if you used to get brunch regularly, like growing up or anything, or even like before college, like we're not built the same. And I was talking from the aspect of like, you know, like a lot of the people I surrounded myself with or whatever, one, they're from like low income backgrounds, or two, we just didn't find a use to like get up early, get brunch, whatever. Like we would rather just like eat food at Denny's or something like late at night. Like, you know, we'll hit a party or like go to a football game after, or like basketball game, and afterwards we'll hit Denny's, you know, whatever. And then our good friend Suad responded. She would, what did she say? She was like, she put like question marks. I was like, I thought brunch was a very normal thing.
Yeah.
So see, I didn't really know this, bro. Like brunch was not a thing for me. I mean, I'm all for people enjoying themselves and using the money in ways that like help them, like, I don't know, reach a, I don't know, a better sort of fulfillment. Like if brunch makes you happy, then go get brunch. But for me, like I always associated brunch with like rich old white people, low key.
Mm.
But then some other people replied, and see, like Mikey was with me. He was like, oh yeah, like I never had brunch till I went to SB, and like for me, brunch was just getting mimosas before Deltopia. And then Esme said that for the queer and trans community, brunch is kind of like a communication thing. Like it's kind of like it could be something as little as like getting coffee or something like that, and it's like it's just like a cultural thing for the queer and trans community.
Mm.
And Suad was kind of getting at the same thing for women too. Like for women, it's like a way of getting like dressed up and getting all cute and going out and drinking mimosas with your friends early in the morning. I was like, you know what? Like, see, even if I was to go get brunch, me and my boys wouldn't be getting all like good looking for brunch. You know, we show up in shorts or something. So like, I think that's kind of where the disconnect is. You know, like
Yeah,
for us, it's not like we're gonna show out. We just want to get food, bro.
that's facts. That's facts.
So how do y'all feel about that? Like, did y'all ever have brunch before college?
Uh,
Yeah.
I most recently had brunch like for the second time. I think it was like early winter. My roommate took me out to meet some of his friends, but it wasn't like out. We like went to like their place and we cooked some food. We cooked some food up together, and that was a brunch. So that was a cool experience. And then the first time I had brunch, we went to a restaurant just to catch up with some of the counselors I know, camp counselors, and it was cool because like you usually don't see each other like outside camp, but then it's still an awkward time in the day. Like I don't want to wake up like that day to drink that early, but
Yeah.
it's still a fun experience that I would do it again, but like it's not something I look forward to as much.
Yeah, it's not on my list for things to do on the weekend.
Yeah.
Like brunch, like I never heard of, like I've heard of brunch, but it wasn't until like SB I was like, oh, brunch is like a thing out here. I guess once you like, obviously, I'm not gonna count dining commons as brunch because I know they serve brunch at the dining commons, but we don't
For a total brunch.
like we don't count brunch over there. But I mean, like spending your money, yeah, like I'm all for it. I'm just like, it's just not on my list. It was never on my mind. Um, like Rin said, I'm going in shorts. You know what I mean? There was a time that I almost went on a date with someone, but I was dressed up and everything. It didn't work out obviously because it was Super Bowl weekend. I don't know what I was thinking going on a date. But but you know, that's the one time I actually like let me dress up because I'm with a girl. But if you're boys, it's a little different. So whatever.
Right. Yeah, like I don't know. For me, like how I said, like the shorts thing. I don't know. For me, whenever I'll go out to eat with my friends, it was always like we will get like fast food or something, and like
Mm.
we won't even eat there sometimes. Like we'll just take it to the crib, or, like eat in the parking lot and do whatever we were going to do. Like I feel like eating is like less of a social thing for cis het men. You know, like I don't know, like I don't know why that is, but it's kind of interesting to see. Like I don't know for y'all, like do y'all like going places and like sitting down to eat? Because for me, like I couldn't care less.
Bro, I don't, yeah, I don't, I couldn't care either. It's like I eat whenever, like I eat wherever, parking lot. I know my family whenever we're going road trips and we're just going out, we eat in the car. We take our food
Yeah.
in things of that nature. Or
I
if
think
we
it's
have,
kind of like
if we're not pressed for time, we'll be chilling in the restaurant. Like this is what we're just chilling, we're just sitting here talking, whatnot. So
Right.
I guess it depends on like what type of time you're on.
Okay.
is I think it'd be like for me, it's gonna be like more a dinner thing because I like dinner more. So
Yeah.
like you like stuff you get stuff and get the dessert afterwards, uh or like special occasions, something like that. I look forward to that. Like I don't see myself like having a special occasion to do like noon or like 1 o'clock. You know.
Mhm. Right. Yeah, I agree. For me, it's like I'd only want to sit down if it was like a special occasion or dinner. You know, like even for lunch, bro. Like I don't really eat breakfast. Like I don't know if y'all do, but I really don't eat breakfast. I wake up like say at like 10 a.m. and then I won't eat till like 2 p.m. That's like my late lunch because I don't really be getting hungry like that. Like I'll eat like lunch, dinner, and a late night snack. That's how my meals go. So I don't
Oh,
know. Maybe
I
that's
got
just
I have to eat breakfast, bro. That's just me.
bro.
Yeah.
I gotta eat. So especially because me, I've been getting like 8 a.m.s all the time for the last year. So I have to eat
Right.
so I can like actually get my brain working. So
Hmm. So, well, I mean, I guess that wasn't even really a story at that point. It just became like a topic. But hey, man, we can
Yes.
move on to the next one.
oh man, we got what Megan update slash Drea. You want to do like a Drea thing first and then hop into Megan?
Yeah. So we already kind of talked about Megan the last time, you know, like the whole situation of like Tori allegedly shooting her. So with Drea, so Drea and Michelle had like commented on this. Like, I don't know if it was on Twitter or you said like a podcast or something, dude.
It was a podcast, yeah. But the
Yeah.
video was like a clip of it was uploaded onto Twitter.
Mm,
Yeah.
right. And she said something like, I suspect that her and Tory Lanez had some type of Bobby and Whitney love. And like said that and like later on she said that I'd be honored if someone loved me enough to shoot me or something like that. And like what? Like that is the worst take I've ever heard. You would love if someone shot you. You're romanticizing being shot. And not even like, especially in the context of someone else who for them say like whatever, if you want to romanticize being shot, then whatever, like cool for you, but don't put that onto someone else, you know, like it's just weird. Like why is she projecting whatever her weird ass kinks are onto Megan, who's going through a traumatic experience in life?
Oh man. I mean, what Drea said was obviously wrong. Romanticizing, you know, the whole like domestic violence basically was just it was basically what she's romanticizing, and Drea was definitely in the wrong. I think that there's a thing with Black women where, or at least from the Black women have this thing where they have to face trauma before getting love, unconditional love.
Right.
Right. That's the thing going on with Black women. So I guess that's her. I'm gonna put it in hella Black podcast where it's colonized mind, and basically saying like, well, I have to get hurt before I get this type of love, and I think that's what we saw on display in that clip.
Mm.
Um, and honestly, for anyone, but especially Black women, we shouldn't ask Black women to go through suffering just to get love. So
Mm-hmm.
that's my take on Drea's comments.
Yeah, and she got dropped from Fenty, I think, today.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, so Fenty dropped her. They used to like sponsor or something. So that's kind of cool. I think Drea might have subbed them on Instagram. I'm not sure. I was looking through her Instagram and said like income and then the less than sign outcome. So I don't know. Like I think that might be potentially a sub because like maybe she's getting no income from Fenty anymore. That might be a reach. I might be tripping a little, but yeah, it's fuck Drea because that shit is out. Like I mean, I get what you're saying, Jude. Like with like how maybe she's like reflecting how she feels that like you need to have suffered something in order for you to be able to get love. Like maybe Drea is kind of like projecting that, like
Yeah.
her own experiences with that or something, which in that case like that's awful, you know, and I'm sorry
Mhm.
that she had to go through anything like that if that is the case, but otherwise it's just a shitty thing to say and a shitty thing to project onto anyone.
For sure. For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. I think what Drea said was like really wrong to say because she didn't even take account that like how Megan Thee Stallion could be feeling after getting shot. Like we don't know the specifics of what happened behind her leading up to her getting shot, but she was probably feeling betrayed and hurt, and they're like at a pool, and it kind of um, doesn't make me doesn't lead me to think that Drea like knows what she's talking about in a way, and I don't know why she wants to take the spotlight away from Megan when she's the one who's suffering, and for some reason, for her to say something so stupid, like I don't agree with her. You know?
Yeah, for sure. And
Um,
then go ahead.
go ahead. You-
All right. So also, yeah, now that we got our opinion of Drea out of the way, today Megan also went on Instagram Live and like talked about how like she actually got shot twice in the foot. Um,
Both feet.
yeah, both feet. Yeah. Thank God like it didn't touch any cartilage or any bones. Like there's no like long term effects or any like chance of paralysis. So that's great. Um, but yeah, it was kind of painful to see, like because when I was watching the video, like it just I felt like terrible, you know, because like you could tell that she's traumatized for real, bro. Like she was nearly crying every other second.
Mm-hmm.
And like if you know the shit that like Megan's been through, like I'm not gonna act like I'm a fucking Megan stan and I know everything about her life, but I just like I know that her mom passed away recently,
Right.
and her dad passed away a while ago, and her grandma too. So like she really don't got like any of the people that are closest to her in her life anymore. And so to have that trauma on top of this, like that's just I don't know. Like she's been through a lot in the past couple of years, and that's tough. That's tough for real.
Yeah. I'm just glad that she's safe. Uh, she had a speedy recovery. That's great. I just hope she rests. I don't think, honestly, I'm not gonna tell her what to do. But if I were her advisor or close friend, I'll just tell her like, yo, just don't even focus on work right now. Just focus on yourself
Mm-hmm.
and like just let it come to you. Whenever you're ready, you're ready. So,
Thanks.
all right,
Yeah.
we got.
Tori's gonna get canceled, bro. Shot twice. Like,
Yes, yes.
and she said she reaffirmed that like it was intentional.
It
Um,
was intentional.
yeah, she didn't say she didn't name Tori, but she said it was intentional and that she did not like put her hands on anyone because like that was a rumor that was going around. Like, what if Megan put her hands on him, like he did it out of self defense or whatever? But there, like she said, like no, I didn't put my hands on anyone. Like I did nothing and deserve this. So
It was unprovoked. That's even worse.
yeah,
Tori, damn, that man is, yeah, that man's gone.
Mhm.
Now we got, honestly, we bring no joy in talking about this man, but we got to talk about Talib Kweli.
yeah,
If you don't know, Talib Kweli, I guess you could say he's okay, he's a rapper, half of a group called Black Star with Mos Def. Dropped a classic album back in the day called, I think it's called Black Star, the same name. Um, was out on Twitter for 16 days straight harassing a black woman about her comments on colorism in the industry. Talib Kweli didn't agree with those comments. Basically, I think the point was that, you know, those light-skinned women get privilege in the industry, and Talib Kweli didn't agree with that, and she's been harassing him or harassing her. I think there's even a doxing thing going on. She docs her information, things of that nature. So, yeah, that's the situation. And now he's suspended. Twitter suspended. So.
Yeah, I was reading an article. It said like he sent hundreds of tweets, like either implying that it was about her or adding her or whatever, just naming her. Hundreds of tweets in 16 days. Bro, that's insane. That's ridiculous. Like, and like Sekou was talking about earlier, like how he like kind of encouraged his fans to like dox her. Yeah, it's a terrible situation. And like, how do you I don't know, because the tweet was talking about like how his wife was light skinned, and he said something about like he felt threatened or some shit like that. Like, what? Why do you feel threatened? Like, and then you feel threatened, and then you get your fans to threaten her because she got death threats.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why do you feel so insecure in your relationship, being with like a light skinned woman and being called out on that you like have to fucking harass this girl for 16 days that you know nothing about, you know? Just because she made one comment about your wife being light skinned. And yeah, that's it for that part for me.
Yeah, you go ahead, Sekou.
I think like Talib Kweli, like for him to rap about things he raps about, he definitely is trying to rap like pro-black with him and Mos Def. Mos Def is known for being like part of the movement, the Black Power movement, and for him to turn around and actively promote colorism in the Black community while he's married to a Black woman kind of shows his integrity, and it doesn't like really give him a good look. And for her to even voice her opinion and then be attacked by it is his fault. And I don't know how she can recover from this, because I don't know what personal information was released, but if that's her address, her email, like she could be like permanently, like her life could be ruined. Like that's the scary part.
I saw the tweet that she was actually going to see the man in court. So I'm assuming that she's filing a lawsuit on this man. This was
better.
But with the I liked your point about like I forgot what you said. So damn, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but anyway, at the end of the day, Talib Kweli got offended over a tweet, because remember, Twitter is just about opinions. You know what I mean? Now, obviously, there's opinions that we can obviously discard, like racism and things of that nature, but we're just talking about colorism in industry, right? And you proceed to tweet 100 tweets basically at her for 16 days straight. I don't understand it. And I remember the good point you had. He raps about pro-black stuff in his career, being pro-black women alongside Mos Def, and then now today in 2020, now you're attacking this Black woman over an opinion. Actually, I don't even think it's opinion. I think it's a fact, actually, what she was saying. So, it's like, damn, 2020's got everybody out of sorts.
Yeah. Talking about out of sorts. wait. Hold on. One last comment about that. He said that on Instagram, he said that he did not get suspended off of Twitter and that he's leaving Twitter for the greener pastures of Patreon, which isn't even the same type
Where
of
platform.
Where is he going? It's not.
You gotta pay for it. You gotta pay to get in.
Yeah.
No one's paying for that, bro.
We're not gonna see
your opinion, Talib Kweli. Like, come on now. But yeah, talking about out of sorts. Pro-black artist Talib Kweli has been exposed for fucking on Sarah J. Do y'all know who Sarah J is?
No more white women 2020, bro.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Doubling down on out of sorts. We forget what you said last podcast, Jude.
Oh, right.
Forget, bro. Let me pull it up right now, actually. White women are demons.
I was just trying to be objective, fellas.
Where's
I
it
was
at?
trying to be objective.
Oh man. Oh, man.
I try to be objective on this podcast, and I was just being a little real.
Just being real.
Oh.
Oh man.
But yeah, Sarah J. If you don't know who it is, look it up. But beware because she is a porn star. So not safe for work, all that stuff. Which I mean, I don't know why you're listening to us if you're at work, anyways. But
Oh my God.
but yeah, look her up. Yeah, it's not a good look to leave Kweli. If you're gonna fuck on a white woman, at least come on, Sarah J.
Cannot.
I mean, this is just like a rumor, right? Because this came out of nowhere. I couldn't find the original source of these claims, man. But
yeah, I don't know where it came from.
But it's funny to talk about. I'm not gonna lie. It's funny. It's nonetheless funny to talk about.
I think he got like spotted with her or something.
Oh my God.
Oh. Wow.
It's a wrap.
Yeah, I guess it's just a rumor. It's not a fact yet, but
nonetheless, it is fun to talk about.
Yeah.
White women. It's Sarah J of all people.
There was so I don't know if y'all remember, like a year ago, Obama was caught following Sarah J.
Oh, I do remember that.
Yeah. So what is going on? What is going on?
I remember there was a thing with like Ted Cruz, the senator in Texas. He liked a. I do remember that. It was in his like tweets.
Oh, man, bro. So I don't know if y'all follow us on Twitter, most likely. So y'all see us interacting with this guy named Big Business a lot, probably.
Oh
So
God.
we call him Biz. His fans call him Biz. He tweeted this one thing that had me crying. It was like, gonna act like Sarah J, not top 5 or something like that.
Oh God.
And then he replied to it saying, "Balls in my face." That shit had me cry. Do y'all remember the balls in my face tweets from Offset?
Offset, yeah.
Yeah. So if y'all don't remember that, so he got hacked, and he tweeted balls in my face. But I think it was like proven that he wasn't hacked or some shit like that.
Oh, that just tweet chaotic shit.
Yeah, bro. Twitter was chaotic this week for sure. Yeah. How do y'all feel about Talib Kweli fucking on Sarah J?
If they're true. Doesn't he have a kid? I swear to God, this man has a kid. He has a wife. Ah, jeez, man. What are you doing?
They're separated.
Why?
Oh, they're separated.
Yeah.
So an entanglement then.
No.
Damn, my bad.
We need that red table talk with Talib Kweli, man. We need to. Oh my God.
Hey, why does Sarah J have this type of like institutional power though, bro? Like she got power over Barack Obama, Talib Kweli, Ted Cruz. Like her power is just spread out all across the U.S. How does she? How?
Bro, no, porn stars in general, bro. Don't forget Stormy Daniels with Donald Trump.
Oh yeah.
Bro, they got everyone locked, bro.
Getting a lot of attention.
Yeah.
But shout out to Ruby Rose. We didn't actually put this in we weren't even going to talk about it. Ruby Rose out here scamming men.
Yeah.
I think it's like $24.99 to pay for OnlyFans, and she was she's posting Instagram pics.
Yeah.
So hey man, the game's the game, man. So I can't be mad. We got what? So we move on to what? Logic's album. I listened to Logic's album. Look, last time we talked about Logic, or last episode. Look, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of just discarded this man's whole discography basically, except for Under Pressure. And I wasn't expecting much. I mean, all right, I was expecting something because he had no ID on the production. He was executive producer, so I did say, look, I expected something if you got no ID. And I'm gonna say, man, no pressure. He delivered. I'm not gonna lie. He delivered. It's not a 10 out of 10. I give it like an 8 out of 10. But hey, that was his best project in a while. I'm not gonna lie.
Is it touching under pressure?
No, not even close.
I don't think so.
Not even close.
I don't think so. I'm glad he ended up on a high note. He's just, spend time with his family. I know he has a wife and kid. And he's 30 now, so you dropped what, 6 albums over the last 6 years, 7 years. So I think you deserve a break.
Yeah.
Or not even I think. I mean, you're your own person, so
Yeah.
definitely. I think there's some replay value for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any like hit worthy songs you think?
Let me see. There was Growing Pains 4. There was also Dad Bod. I really like Dad Bod.
That ball was cool.
Dad Bod was nice. I heard he dropped the music video for that today. Open Mic Aquarius. Open Mic Aquarius 3. That was like I don't know, like a 2 songs in one type of thing. And Soulful 2. Soulful 2 was amazing. I think that was one with the beat switch. He sampled Outkast in 2 of his songs. So that was a plus for me. Yeah. Solid, bro. Solid album all the way through.
I might give it a listen, but I'm not going to catch me giving a review of it anywhere because I'm not going to proudly be listening to anything Logic makes.
Yeah. Props to Logic for dropping this. Really good project. I was surprised there were no features on it. Like no like listed features on there. So I guess he wanted like the J. Cole route. But I heard that he's gonna retire, but he also signed a 7-figure Twitch deal after retiring. So he's gonna be streaming, and that's why I think he's not gonna be like fully retiring, because there's no way he's gonna be streaming and not release music. So props to Logic and good luck to him. And this album ranks probably like my second favorite Logic album after Beautiful, what do you call it? The Incredible True Story. But we're good.
Under Pressure is not number 1 for you?
Nah, probably number 2 after this one.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So it's Incredible True Story, then Under Pressure, then No Pressure. Is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which one was Incredible True Story? Was that the one where he was like in the spacesuit or whatever?
Yeah, it's like he's in the spacesuit. Yeah.
Right. That one. Called.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the last Logic album I've listened to in full.
Yeah. Shit.
Yeah. I might give it a listen. Y'all are tempted me a little bit.
Now we're gonna go into more like politics. We have Biden claiming Trump to be the first racist president. I mean, come on. I don't.
Sleepy Joe.
Sleepy Joe.
Our first president was a goddamn racist president.
Oh my goodness.
He had slaves' teeth in his mouth, bro.
Well, people say that George Washington wasn't a racist because he let go of his slaves after he wasn't the president anymore. Like, bro, he still owned slaves.
He still owned them.
If he wasn't racist, he would abolish racism. He would abolish slavery as soon as they declare independence. Yeah. But they only abolished it 100 years afterwards.
Yeah.
Hey, not a lot of people know this, but Abraham Lincoln was also a racist.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of people know that. They look at the Emancipation Proclamation and we think, oh, well, he freed Black people. If you look at it, look at his quotes, he was like, well, we want to just free Black people because we're in the Civil War and we kind of need more bodies, more troops. So we figured, hey, if we help Black people, they'll help us win the war.
Right.
That was his thing. It was more of a military policy and not really a social policy.
Yeah.
Little fun fact.
That's why he's on the penny. That's why he's on the penny, bro.
That's why he's on the penny.
Yeah, bro. So I used to like have this thing where like I would So my ex roommate Nico, I would have conversations with him a lot about like presidents that were good, you know. And I used to be one of those people that think like FDR was a good president, but you know
Same.
Ooh.
he's not. He wasn't. You know, he was
Was-
progressive in terms of the economy, but he didn't think black people deserve like the same rights as like the white man. You know, like he didn't sign the anti-lynching bill when it was on his table because he thought it would be too controversial, even though his wife was pressuring him to do it. Um, you know, Japanese internment. Come on now, Japanese internment.
Yeah.
Um, not joining the World War in Germany and instead making plans to attack Japan instead when you know that there's 6 million people being interned in Germany. And then I started thinking, okay, you know, Teddy Roosevelt was a good president because you know he was really progressive and he started national parks and that's great, you know, preserving the environment. He did a lot for like biology and stuff. But then he had the big stick policy where like he was like the first president to really occupy South America. So really, we don't. I was like under the impression we haven't had any good presidents. But then I started reading into what John Quincy Adams was. So he was pro-abolition, despite his uncle John Adams being a fucking racist and hating Native Americans. He was pro-abolition. He was very pro-Native American rights. The only bad thing about him was that he kind of like he kind of won the presidential election through nepotism.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So yeah, like the I think the election was too close to call or something. And he had some friends in Congress that helped him get elected. But because he got elected, we held off of Andrew Jackson for 4 more years.
Okay.
After 4 years, John Quincy Adams was like, okay, I don't want to be president anymore. And then we got Andrew Jackson. And Andrew Jackson, for y'all that don't know, he's probably the worst president in terms of being racist towards black people, like outright, and also Native Americans. Like he's responsible for the Native American genocide, 100%. So yeah, we've only had one good president, probably, until I find out some shit on him.
I'm gonna just give it the. I'm gonna give all presidents the hella black treatment and just say all of them are bad.
Fair enough.
Bad. I actually saw a YouTube video about how the U.S. gets into wars, like how we got into different wars over the years, and FDR actually provoked Japan into attacking Pearl Harbor.
Oh wow.
It wasn't unprovoked. It was like FDR was
Oh.
provoking Japan into attacking Pearl Harbor. And you look at the YouTube, they actually had like newspapers of reporters saying, "Hey, FDR, you're provoking like Japan. You need to stop this before something happens." And sure enough, they basically predicted like an attack was going to happen in Pearl Harbor, and then it happened. So crazy. I was shocked. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, shocked, but then again, okay, not. I was disappointed, not shocked. There it is.
Right.
But still, it's like, bro, the things you don't learn in school.
Yeah, for real, bro. Like I thought, honestly, bro, until I found out really what Ronald Reagan was responsible for, I thought he was a good dude because every single picture I saw of him was like him smiling and him being super charismatic, and people would talk.
Reagan?
Yeah, people would talk. Oh, like he was an actor and he was so nice. People loved him. Like, and then I found out he's putting drugs in black communities. You know, doing all this shit. Probably the worst president we've had. Like Donald Trump is terrible, but there would be no Donald Trump if there wasn't a Ronald Reagan. So. Yeah, I don't know. American history is very flawed.
A lot of shit gets redacted, man.
Mm-hmm.
I like to think that John F. Kennedy might have been a good president, but there was too much inaction from him. You know, like he was a supporter of him and the Kennedy family were supporters of the civil rights movement and were anti-Vietnam, but they could have taken action earlier. And during that time, they assassinated Martin Luther King. He got assassinated, and there's like no Kennedys left, which they're portrayed as the golden family of Congress and the House, but in reality, like they just took a back seat because they're just alienated.
Wasn't JFK trying to overthrow Cuba?
Yeah, Bay of Pigs. So I guess that's like the one like blemish on him. But yeah, I don't really know what happened with the Bay of Pigs, but I know that he was responsible for it. But outside of that, I'd agree with you, Sekou, 100%. Like, he was a solid president outside of inaction.
Yeah. Oh man, we got Elon Musk admitting to basically he's in support of the coup because he gets lithium for his company Tesla. If you guys don't know, Bolivia Bolivia suffered a coup. Their democratically elected leader, Morales, was basically he ran out the country. I think he's in hiding right now. He was elected democratically, and the U.S. Basically had this propaganda campaign. New York Times had it. Bolivia is getting a dictator, blah blah blah, and they successfully pulled off a coup, and now there's like a right-wing puppet government in there, and now they're going to be serving U.S. interests, and Tesla companies getting that lithium from Bolivia, which is very important to the people of Bolivia, and I believe it's important to their economy as well. So, yeah, and Elon Musk came out because he was denying this, but he basically just, I guess, accidentally, I don't know if it was a fraudulent slip, but he just said, yeah, like, we'll cool. He said, we will cool whoever we want. That's what he said.
All in the name of capitalism, too.
Yeah.
And
Elon Musk, I don't know. He used to be a likable dude.
Yeah.
Honestly, he used to be a likable dude. And
smoked weed on Joe Rogan's podcast.
Yeah. I don't know. He has done a lot of good for the world in terms of like making electric cars more mainstream, but I don't know, like I feel like I can't even like hold his name in high regard despite all the good he's done because of all the shitty things he's done or like the shitty things he's let go on or like excused. Like he was supporting Trump for a while because Trump would give him tax cuts. Like this is why he's in support of Trump. Like even though Trump is getting subsidies away from electric cars, specifically, he also allows for like tax cuts for really rich people, which is Elon Musk. And yeah, Elon Musk, no matter what he says, no matter the good things he might see on Twitter sometimes, he is, just driven by capitalism. Like how Sekou said, like all this is in the name of capitalism. Really corrupts minds. Go on, Sekou.
Yeah, this is like, I feel like we shouldn't be surprised seeing this because of the way that he's amassed his wealth. Like he was the founder of PayPal. He's leading SpaceX. He definitely has government contracts. And for him to not take advantage of those contracts is like on his part. And then we shouldn't be like blinded by that like fake activism because he recently tweeted like I think it was a month and a half ago saying Black people shouldn't be incarcerated for marijuana. It's like he said that's very bad. Something really surface level, something that anyone with like Wikipedia can read, And while I like Tesla, I'm a big Tesla fan. But for him to actively support unnecessary U.S. involvement, especially in Bolivia, it's kind of disheartening because he's one that tries to advocate for solar energy, renewable energy, but then for you to go into a country, destroy the government, to take out their natural resources, it's counterintuitive. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
Probably part of that government contract, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because I know SpaceX, they make like reusable rockets, and they're gonna compete with NASA, so he's gonna get those contracts, no matter what.
Yeah. And shit, I mean, isn't he like signed up to be like Kanye wants him to be like the director of NASA or something if he becomes president?
I don't know what the relationship is because like they've gotten together a couple times, and I think Kanye has a song titled SpaceX or something like that, like Cybertruck. I don't know. Huh. Yeah. The relationship is really weird. I don't know like what's like how it comes together. It's funny.
Wait, did we talk about Kanye or did that happen after the last episode?
We talked about Kanye in the last episode. It was kind of like we talked about his rally.
Yeah, yeah. He said something like Harry Tubman.
About
Yeah.
like him
Very
sending
sudden.
doctors to like get him arrested. Wait, did you hear about that?
Wait, what did he say?
What?
When Kanye went on like that tweeting barrage, he tweeted a whole bunch of shit, and he said like he was talking to his mother-in-law, was like, Chris, are you ready to talk to me? And
Oh,
Kim is flying to Wyoming with 2 doctors to get me like put in a mental hospital and all this shit.
Oh, like
yeah.
when Dave Chappelle flew out too. I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, he went on.
That whole thing's connected, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
I think it was like what white supremacy is what Chris Jenner is doing or some shit like that. Like
Yeah.
oh,
And he said, everybody knows the movie Get Out is about me.
bro, that shit had me weak, bro.
It had me
I
weak.
guess he finally woke up. I mean, get out. Might as
I
well.
was like, oh shit. No, I mean, yeah. Did you realize that this is that you're in a sunken place now? Like
Honestly, bro, at this point, I kind of don't even want to say that he's in a sunken place. Like he is, but at first it kind of seemed like an excuse because, like, you know, I used to love Kanye, and I was like, this has to be because of Kim Kardashian. You know, that family's a fucking curse. Which,
yeah.
yes, they are, but like honestly, I think they might be a little more liberal than he is because they're obviously not anti-abortion because the whole reason he went on that rant was because Kim Kardashian wanted to have an abortion with their first kid.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're pro-choice. Yeah, I don't know. I doubt that they believe all that shit about like, I don't know.
Harriet Tubman not bringing the slaves.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't know if you guys saw Dave Chappelle out hanging out with Kanye in Wyoming, but I didn't like the fact that Kanye put Dave Chappelle on the spot, and he was like, "Hey, say a funny joke, say something funny." And I was like, "Oh, come on."
He hated that probably. He
Dave
definitely hated
Chappelle was
that.
he was just trying to like think of a joke, and he just couldn't get it out. like he said a comment, and then Kanye was like, "That's not funny." I was like, "Oh." Yeah.
Holy shit.
I'm not laughing. And I was like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing.
Oh wow.
I gotta see this.
It's on his Twitter account. I don't know if he deleted the video, but it was so awkward. I felt so bad for Dave. Like you went out there as a friend to support Kanye and to help him. You came to him as a friend. And he said, can you be a comedian for like 2 minutes? Like that. Oh man.
Wow.
Like I tweeted like, yo, I just feel bad for comedians. Like they have to like, they can't be like themselves sometimes out in public. They got to be funny on the spot.
Yeah. I think that's everything on the Elon Musk joint, right? That's everything on like Elon Musk.
Yeah, that's everything Elon Musk, man. You know.
Yeah, he's kind of just turned into a cornball now. Like if you look at his Twitter, like he's tweets a whole bunch of like anti-communist shit, which like okay, like I don't know. If you look at his media on Twitter, it's just like a whole bunch of memes, which is like I don't know. He was like
he tweeted out a song called Lithium.
Oh my God.
A song?
Yeah, I don't know who it's by. Let me see his Twitter. But he tweeted out a song from Apple Music. Let me see. I just saw it. Yeah, by Nirvana. Yeah. There's a Nirvana song called Lithium, and he's basically like bragging about it. Like,
wow. Yeah, I think that's enough on Elon. He's gotten a little weird on us over the years.
right.
Yeah, moving on to Lou Will.
Will. 1 2 1 2. Skip to my Lou. Oh man.
Two girls and they both get along like a Lou Will. I just saw the new deal. Hey, y'all heard it here. Diet Drake in the building. Y'all thought I was playing.
Boy.
But nah, like Will Williams, man. So it was originally reported that had excused absence. So his family matters, something going on.
Yeah, his grandpa died, I believe.
Actually, I looked into it. Actually, a close friend's father died.
Oh, okay.
I guess he saw him as a father figure,
Oh, okay.
kind of growing up. So funny thing is like they both had the same last name. So that's kind of cool.
Right.
But yeah, he excused absence as was originally reported, and then Jack Harlow puts up a pic on his IG story, posting him, and we didn't know the location at the time, and so we find out that Lou Williams admitted to NBA security that yeah, I took a detour to Atlanta for some wings, and
There's some
and
wings.
he went there during the day, so it wasn't any like strippers on the pole or anything. There was no one at the time except for Jack Harlow and a couple of people. But now he has to serve a 10-day quarantine. So he'll miss 2 games, the first 2 games when the reseeding games start. Yeah, what do you guys think about all the situation, man?
Okay, so he went to a strip club to get wings.
Just to get wings.
What kind of wings they serve there?
I heard Magic City got wings, man. That's what I've been hearing from these rappers, from these entertainers. They say, yo, look, Shannon Sharp even said it like, yo, like the wings are to die for at Magic City.
Yeah.
Future said Magic City on a Monday, bro.
Yeah, Future. I mean, all these Atlanta rappers, they talk about Magic City, man.
Yeah, bro. Even I think it was Rick Ross said that he only eats wings from strip clubs. Like strip clubs got the best wings.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess Magic City is known for that. And then I looked at Lil Will's Twitter and he was just retweeting old tweets. He was like, "Best food in Atlanta is at Magic City." Like hella tweets about Magic City. I was like, "Oh, okay." Like maybe he's not lying. So I low key believe him now. But like, it's a little odd, like not being from Atlanta and just finding out about this. It's a little odd to me, but
There was what did he say? Yeah, Lil Williams was like, no, Jack Harlow was like, yo, like this photo was old.
Cap.
That's what he said.
Cap.
He said on Twitter like, yo, that picture's actually old. But you can see in the photo like Lil had the NBA mask on from the quarantine. So it's like, bro, we can see that you just went there.
He ain't
Another L for the Clippers. Another L for the Clippers.
Hey, but like I don't know. Do they say that he's serving a 10-day suspension or whatever because of what he did? Because he would have had to quarantine anyways, right?
It's not a suspension. It's just
okay.
It's not like you're suspended or anything, but you will miss the first 2 games though, because it's part of that 10-day quarantine thing.
Right.
So
right, because it would have been weird if they suspended him for that. Like what's so inherently bad about getting food versus going to a funeral?
I do know that the food is terrible at the NBA bubble.
Right.
So I don't blame. So I understood the whole wings thing. I saw that the way they do it based on like the location and how many people are at the specific location you're going to. That's how they kind of measure how many days you're gonna be quarantined. So if he just went to the wake of his friend's dad, it would have been 4 days in quarantine. But since he admitted that, oh yeah, I was at a strip club, then it's increased to 10 days. But now you're moving through hella people, you're going through the airport, things of that nature. So, yeah. In a 4-day thing, probably would have been there for the start against us on Thursday, but
right.
And strippers, man, and wings. Damn.
That's funny, bro. Lou will really be in headlines for the funniest shit. Him and JR, bro.
There was a white man on Twitter. I think he does sports media. I don't know what he is. But he tweeted he was like, "Yo, I'll bite. What's Magic City?" And I was like, "God damn, white. There's 2 Americas. White people.
Done.
Magic City is." And then there's black people in his comments and replies like, "Yo, like I even said some shit like it's actually it's a cultural center for black people." Like that, just trolling the dude. But it's like it's pretty crazy. Like, yo, white people, or that's an example. Like, yo, white people just don't know like what's going on in Black America. So,
yeah. I feel like Magic City is always referenced in songs, like not even necessarily the strip joints, like the strip club, like just in general, like the idea of like a Magic City,
Yeah, like I think Drake he talked about Magic City and Going Bad with the Meek Mill.
Yeah.
Left for Love and Magic Now It's All Shade, something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah. Left for Love and Magic Now It's All Shade. What the fuck? In my head, like, what the fuck?
Hey, quit playing with me.
Funny love at the strip club.
Can't be doing that's Drake.
Now
That's
it's all shade.
quintessential Drake, bro.
I left for love and magic. Now it's all shade. I'm still going bad on him anyway. even on a fucking turn up song, he's still simping low key.
Oh man.
Man, but if you hear Drake say it, it sounds hard as fuck. Like, yeah,
Right.
I left for love and magic. No, it's all shade. Like, yeah, fuck
Yeah.
it's like, oh.
Then you're like, damn, he's probably hurting a little bit.
At the strip club.
Oh man. Hey, the Clippers might be a little scary now that I've been thinking about it a little more. Like,
Yeah.
I saw Trez tweet something. He was like, "Which team do you know in the history of the NBA that has 2 players off the bench scoring 18 points a game and 2 superstars starting?" And I can't name one.
Look though, do you want firepower or do you care about the fit? Because the Lakers have a nice fit, whereas the Clippers they just have big names, firepower. And I was looking at it, like I was listening to a podcast about this. The Clippers, they may have firepower for the first 3 quarters, but if you look at what Paul George did to us in the 4th quarter, he was absent.
Mm-hmm.
They ran that lineup of Lou Williams, Paul George, and Kawhi. And Lou Williams used to be the closer, and Kawhi is also a closer. So Paul George is there stagnant.
Yeah.
And there's this thing of like, well, there's too much offense in your lineup because now you're not getting stops because now LeBron is asking for a switch and he's cutting down Lou Williams and Marcus Morris the entire game.
Right.
So if the only way, I think the best lineup for the Clippers right now is just run Patrick Beverly in the 4th quarter. That way, it's more of like you can just depend on Kawhi and PG to close out your games. But you look at that last game we played against them. It was just straight up hunt Lou Williams and hunt Marcus Morris the entire game, and basically we're gonna use that to win the game.
See, I kind of disagree on that because Lou Will used to be the number 1 fourth quarter scorer in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's probably like top 5 clutch players in the league. I'm not even saying that as a reach because he was a bench player scoring that much points. But then also it's disrespectful to take Paul George out because Paul George is not touching the clutch levels of Kawhi and Lou Will.
But see, that's the thing.
You gotta just make it work somehow.
I don't know how it's gonna work because Paul George just went silent in the 4th quarter against us.
That's true. Like, do you just force him to spot up or something? Like, I think at that point you just gotta leave him on the floor for defense and like to let him spot up. It's better for the Lakers because then you just got like someone you just got to stick a body in front of because Paul George can't do anything off the ball. Like we saw that with OKC, he was putting up numbers, but it wasn't really much of an impact. So I don't know. And that lineup's like, while they have 2 great defensive players in Paul George and Kawhi, when you put Trez in there and you put Lou Will in there, that's 2 defensive liabilities. And then who are you playing at center? Yeah, Zubac or something. Like Zubac isn't good at defense either. He's just a big body.
I'm really scared. I'm because they signed Joakim Noah, and I'm seeing that Joakim he still got it. He's still a good post defender, and I'm like, fuck. Well, they needed a fucking post defender now. What the fuck?
Yeah.
But I'm just hoping. I'm seeing Markieff Morris. I did see like once we signed Markieff, Kuzma got better low key. Because now he's playing that natural position as a wing guy instead of like a power forward. And I mean, like you saw with the Celtics game when Tatum played against us, he dropped like 40 points on us. But if you look at the second half, Kuzma was shutting down Tatum in the second half because Markieff was there, kind of playing his original position. Right. So now you see that type of thing going on. So I want to say that you can expect the same when we face the Clippers and you have Markieff and Kuz on the same floor, kind of defending Paul George.
That makes sense, yeah.
He's you have to double team Paul George?
Not double team. I'm just saying, like, you can have Kuzma defend Paul George because he's long, he's quick on his feet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that Markeith Morris signing was, I mean, I did not foresee how helpful it would be to other players.
Right,
Especially,
right. Yeah, I feel like the Morris twins, they're very like they're like those glue guys. Like they don't be putting up crazy numbers or anything, but they dead ass like they improve the game for everybody else. Like they
you
make
said,
the game easier for everybody else.
you said the blue guys?
The glue guys.
Oh, blue guys. I was thinking
Glue.
Dr. Seuss thing one thing too. I was like, what the fuck is this, bro?
uh,
Oh, but yeah, definitely the blue guys. I'm excited for Kuzma. He's been hitting his shots.
yes, sir.
Seems like I forget. I mean, we forget that Kuzma was injured in the off season, so it was hard for him to get his legs under him. And now that he has a second training camp and get his legs under him, and now we can see like like the first scrimmage was like, oh shit, it's back to his old self again. But the second game, he came out with 25 points and he actually efficient.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. If Kuzma is like hitting 18 points, I don't see how we lose the championship.
Mm-hmm. Bro. But yeah, moving on to the bench then, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're already keep talking about him.
Yeah, so we got Kuzma off the bench. We got Markeith Morris, who gives Kuzma that little boost. We got JR now, who's going off. We got Dion.
JR, bro.
Like, bro, Dion Waiters got 6 assists in 14 minutes. And they were beautiful passes. They were beautiful passes. Like, Dion is amazing.
Yeah, passes only LeBron can make. Like, he made a pass. He was under the backboard. He made a pass out to Dudley, and I was like, bro, that's a pass LeBron can make, dude.
Mm-hmm.
We have another guy that can do that.
Yeah.
That second unit is going to be amazing.
That means LeBron doesn't have to worry about making assists all the time. He can worry about putting all those points up.
Max.
If he can take that time to score instead of assisting so much,
Max.
that's easy, like extra 5 points, like a game.
That's a scary sight, bro. We haven't seen LeBron like being able to take on that scoring role ever in his career, ever. And he's putting up like years, like I don't know, like he's putting up like 28 points a game, whatever.
Yeah,
29.
Yeah, 2018 was like his only offensive. Like we saw LeBron take over offensively.
Yeah, yeah. But he also had to take on the playmaking role too.
Yeah, true.
But like if Dion could kind of take on that role, like ease the role for him a little bit. Like we saw LeBron putting up some of his best numbers of his career this year with like 10 plus assists. Like, come on now. Like he's gonna be scoring crazy amounts of points in the postseason.
It'd be better rhythm for LeBron because you saw in the season it was really like, yeah, LeBron would get hot in the fourth quarter, and then another game he's like not so great in the fourth quarter scoring wise because he's not in rhythm. Mm-hmm. Like I give you a great example that was the fourth quarter in Christmas Day against the Clippers. He was just missing shots in the fourth quarter. Like that's a fact. Like he was just missing everything.
Yeah.
And so now we have a guy like Dion who can kind of alleviate some of the pressures on LeBron. Opens up a lot of things. So.
Yeah, I'm really excited for LeBron because now he doesn't have the wear and tear from last postseason playing, you know. Mm-hmm. And if I don't know if y'all follow LeBron on Instagram, but he's been going hard working out this whole break, you know. Like normally LeBron will take like an off season off, like just stop playing because he's always in the playoffs. Mm. But because he had that postseason off last year, he has not stopped. And it's scary because he's improving his game in year 17. And he's getting that rep. He's playing less minutes than he normally does in most other seasons. So to see him come alive in the playoffs is going to be crazy because playoff LeBron is a real thing, a very real thing. It's interesting, man. It's going to be fun. I'm excited, bro. I can't stop thinking about the playoff starting, bro.
Bro, I can't wait.
Oh, shit. There's a special feeling to the season.
I expect Rondo to not be playing anymore, to be honest. I think put him on the IR list, injury reserve list. Like I think he's done for the season. I've seen enough in the scrimmage. Dion is that guy. Caruso's that guy. He was shooting great shot selection from Caruso, man. That's what I like to see in a point guard. Great shot selection. Had 6 assists. He had a great bounce pass to Dion,
Mm.
and that was just chemistry right there. It was just so perfect that play. I mean, so Cruz, I'm confident Caruso is can take it. I just worry that he admitted in the interview after the game, like actually this is the most I've played. Like I've never played like 9 minutes straight. So like he was tired as fuck after the game because he doesn't play this many minutes. That's the only thing I'm worried about, just his endurance.
Yeah.
But other than that, IQ wise, play wise, he's he's definitely fine as a point guard for sure.
Yeah. For sure.
Okay.
Anything else? Oh
Um,
wow.
I don't
We're
know.
done with the topics.
Anything Laker wise? I'm trying to think of any highlights. Oh, I mean, I guess we can talk about the scouting department just for a little bit. I've noticed that Lakers scouting department and their developing team, you can see the results, man. Like we obviously drafted what D'Angelo Russell, Brandon Ingram, Lonzo, great guys all over the league, and then you look at our rookies like Taylor Horton Tucker had making laser passes as a rookie. Like, oh, I was like, yo, what the hell? Like,
Yeah. And he's a monster defensively.
yeah, and he has a solid shot. He's very confident shooting those shots. Devontae Kaycock is a very great rebounder. I saw that he was like a leading rebounder in the NCAA, and it showed like he had, I think 11 rebounds today, if I'm not mistaken.
Damn.
So the Lakers scouting unit, the department over there we need to pay attention to more. I don't think the league is really because we talk about the Warriors, drafting Draymond and all these guys, but the Lakers have done great as well.
Yeah, young Greek freak is doing pretty good too. He's running the rim nice, playing solid defense, getting rebounds. He's hustling. It's looking good, bro. And like, even the players that we traded away recently that we used to have on our team, like Isaac Bonga and like all those that we traded to the Wizards, they were doing pretty solid. Like Thomas Bryant doing good.
Thomas Bryant's great. He's looking nice. What's his name? Mo Wagner's looking cool too.
Yeah. I wonder how Svee's doing. I haven't heard anything out of Svee, but
who?
Remember Svee, SVI?
Oh, Mikhailov. He's in Detroit.
Yeah.
He's in Detroit. But I heard he was in the season. He was a great shooter in the season.
Okay.
Shooting like in the high 30s. He was shooting in the high 30s when it came to the 3-point shooting. So yeah, I mean he was shit with us. Like he was missing everything, but he became a great shooter in Detroit. So I mean I'm happy for him though.
Yeah. So on to Bird of the Week then?
Yeah, Bird of the Weeks, man.
Weeks.
What y'all got?
I want to say Kweli. Kweli. Oh, Meek Mill. That's the guy I was thinking. Meek Mill. We didn't talk about this, but Meek Mill went on social media. We never knew that he was with this girl named Milano. I don't know who she is. But there was a girl named Milano that he was with, had a child with. We didn't know any of this. We didn't know who the partner was. We just knew he had a kid.
Yeah.
And he goes on social media saying, well, we're going to be like breaking up. Basically breaking up. He broke up, told the world, yeah, I'm breaking up with the girl. So it's like, you kept this relationship private. We didn't know her name. And now you come out last night with this information. Like why do all this? And now it's like you wasted her time. Like you had a kid with her, and now it's like, oh god, now she's gonna be with you for the rest of life. Like,
yeah, they honestly probably broke up over that Nicki shit, bro.
That's what I've been hearing.
Yeah,
that's
like he's still in Nicki's business. Like he
fucked him up.
Yeah, bro, he really fucked him up. I'm not to excuse any of like Meek's harassment and shit, because that's what it is at this point. It's been years, bro. Like, let it go. Come on. But still, I mean, Nicki is a fucking weirdo. Cause isn't her man I don't know what he did, but I know he did some shitty stuff.
Yeah, I think was it a rapist? Sorry, I don't know, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rick Ross did warn Meek Mill about Nicki, so. Rick Ross. He did tell him, watch out for Nicki. didn't listen.
Yeah. So I think my bird of the week is, I don't know who this person is, Philippa Sue or something like that. She tweeted, "I'm noticing that none of Trump's secret federal police tear gassing and striking peaceful press protesters are women." Like, okay, but like, what does that take to do for anybody? Like, I get it. Like, okay, women are responsible for starting less wars than men are. Like, I get it, but I don't know. It's just like you're asking for more diverse fascists. Like, are you asking for more? Like, that's like saying we need more Latinx people in ICE for representation.
She said there's no women fighting in the federal police, whatever federal.
Like some federal police, his secret federal police that are like in Portland and shit. Like, okay, let's put some more Latinx people in ICE. Let's put some more black people in the KKK.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Like, it's such a terrible take.
Yeah. So many analogies. Like I saw a comic. It was like I think the first picture was like the bombs going over in like Middle East, and then like as a family looking at the bombs, like they'll say this time it'll be by a woman, and I was like
Yeah. Like, come on. That was when like the whole Elizabeth Warren thing was happening, right?
yeah.
Like, come on, you can't ask for like representation. Like, okay, representation is cool and all, but this isn't the time and place for that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's my bird. That shit was such a terrible take. What about you, Sekou?
My bird is this school district in Texas, where they vote to uphold a policy where Black students have to cut their dreadlocks off.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So these two students got suspended over having dreadlocks, and they took it to court, and they lost their case. So now it's like set in stone for the future that any student that comes in locks has to cut them off, or like just cannot get locks in general.
Wait, where was this?
In Texas.
Was this like a high school or something?
It's school district wide. I think these students were in a high school.
Wow.
That's awful.
Wow.
So that bird go out to them, and like, what, we're in quarantine now, and they're still making decisions. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm worried, man. I'm worried for these kids going into school. I'm worried for us. We're going to school at August for some of these, high school, kindergarten through high school. People going to back to school in August. And I'm seeing, teachers talking about, I have to sign a will. I have to write this will because I'm going to be teaching kids. Like, that's scary. Like, what they have to go through. Like,
Yeah. You know what this reminds me of? The cutting off your locks or whatever for the school. It reminds me of, I think this was the past word for us on another episode, but remember the Jay-Z thing with the NFL? How he partnered the NFL up with this like social activism thing, and there were like it's a group of white people that were cutting off black people's dreads and saying that they were giving them like a new life. Like, why are you connecting this with negative things? Like, it's just a protective hairstyle. Decolonize your mind, as Jude said earlier.
Decolonize your mind, Jude.
that's a Hello Black podcast. Yeah.
I think that's it for the episode then.
Yeah, that's it, man. This was actually longer than I expected, but yeah, we got content. I'm glad.
Sure.
I'm
2 weeks.
glad,
How long has it been?
Too long.
I swear we have like a first every single week. Like 2 weeks ago, it was our first episode back when really we had recorded the episode 2 months before. And then last week, it was our first episode actually back. And now it's our first time that we've had 2 episodes in a row.
But now with YouTube, don't forget.
Sir, hey, shout out to y'all actually. So shout out to the fans. I don't even know if I could call y'all fans because a lot of y'all are just our friends. So shout out to our friends, our family, whatever.
Sure, yeah.
For tuning into that last episode, because that last episode off of YouTube alone, or no, actually off of YouTube and like Anchor and stuff, that was our second most viewed episode. Y'all got us 100 views in the first 24 hours.
9 hours to be exact, maybe. Like,
Yeah, 9 hours.
Thank you.
Crazy to me, bro. Like, I don't know. For me, bro, I was just like, Really, y'all fuck with us that much to get for 100? Okay, probably not 100 people, but like for our episode to be viewed 100 times. That's crazy to me, bro. That's really crazy.
Whoa.
Yeah, shout out to y'all for real.
You know, my mom listened to the last episode, and she was just saying like she didn't even listen to it. She was just watching it with no sound, and I was like, why watching with no sound? And I was like, man, I just like watching your faces. I was like, oh man, that's so.
Okay.
Yeah, shout out to the support, man. Hope we'll be here next week. Looks like.
Sir.
Definitely. Hopefully not as a slow week as this. But yeah.
Yeah. Peace.
Sign off.